So we're here checking out the M1 from InBoard. It's an electric skateboard, but it's a little bit different than your average electric skateboard. Let's just start from the top. What makes this board different than your average electric skateboard?
The main difference is going to be we actually feature a hub motor. Our motor is inside the wheels. There's no belts connected to it, which allows for a free wheel, if you will, after, if you're not engaging the motor. It just basically rolls.
If you run out of battery, you can just pop another one in and keep going?
Absolutely.
Tell me more about these batteries. There's been a lot of stuff in the news lately about how hoverboards are lighting on fire. I mean, this is a longboard. These batteries are going to get beat up. Is this something that's safe to ride on? Is it going to catch on fire in my living room?
No, it's not. We're actually working with the best battery manufacturer that we could. We're actually working with Samsung for a battery pack. One of the delays that we actually faced was the fact that when we started working with Samsung, all of a sudden they have an internal testing phase that is going to take an extra month. It's the safest pack you can get, basically.
How fast does this thing go?
It has a top speed of 20 miles an hour. That's.
It can't go any faster than 20?
It could down the line. We might work something on an app where you can all of a sudden go a little faster, but it won't be a lot faster than that. One of the main reasons is that it decreases the life of the battery. Not the life, but basically your charge. And so, we want to make sure we keep a good range.
All right, so explain to me how this thing is controlled. It's an electric skateboard, but obviously it doesn't have a gas pedal or anything. How do you get this thing to move forward?
A remote kill switch right here that has to be pressed at all times. Push this, it goes forward. You push here, it goes backwards or brakes. You have a power button here.
You said this thing has a kill switch. Explain, does that just kill the motors? What is this thing for?
Oh, yes, so what it is you have to press it at all times in order to operate the board. So you press here and then you go forward and then you go backwards or brakes.
All right, you also mentioned that there's an app that goes with this. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so we have an app that is going to actually connect with the board, and if you were to run into a situation where your remote battery dies, then you could operate the board from your phone.
How far can this thing go? You said it goes 20 miles per hour. How far can I take it before it dies?
So our range is 10 miles.
And once the battery runs out, I understand that you can actually still push this thing like a normal skateboard. There's not going to be resistance.
When there's no current or power going through the board, it's just basically coast. There's no friction on it. So if you run into a situation in which the battery dies, you can still push and get to your destination.
Let's take this thing for a ride. I've ridden a fair number of electric skateboards, and I can honestly say after riding this that this is something different. It feels different under your feet. It's more responsive. It's a little bit more powerful, and the great thing about it is that because there's no belts or gears, you can coast on it. So when you disengage the motor, it just rolls. It rolls like a normal skateboard. And if you run out of battery, you can just kick it like a normal skateboard. It's also just really well built. It rides like a normal longboard should, but you just have the added benefit of power. The controller is also extremely intuitive. It's not only is it well designed, it's really easy to use. This is really the electric longboard that we've been waiting for.